I got a special one for you today. We are going to be going over the Sig X Macro comped. Now, I've had this gun for a while. I wanted to put plenty of rounds through it before I did a video on it. I'm around 500 to 600 rounds through it at this moment. Now, my thoughts on this gun. This is what she looks like. Okay, it's kind of like a hybrid in between subcompact and compact. I've had zero malfunctions through this gun. I am pleasantly surprised that I did. This gun doesn't feel cheap in my hands. Now, what do I mean by that? I've had SIG guns before. I've had the original 365 and I've had the 365X. My problem with those guns is they felt cheap when I was vicing down on the gun. The Kydex was actually flexing in my hand. With this gun, I do not have that issue. This gun feels great in my hand. It is a big grip for my big hands, and I absolutely love that. I've seen videos in the past where people were having rust issues with this gun. Now, keep in mind, I live up in Michigan. It's pretty much just cold weather right now. It's not been hot like at all. But I've had zero rust issues with this gun. Now, I've put some sweat on this gun as I've been carrying it, and it has not been rusting. I don't know where this rust stuff is coming from. I have never had a gun rust on me. It must be that I live in the Midwest and we don't have those issues. All right, so first thing, we're gonna be talking about the pros, and then we're gonna be talking about my cons. Now, these are my pros and my cons. Okay, these are not other people's pros or cons. So keep that in mind when I am going through this. This is my personal experience with this firearm. Pro number one is this gun is incredibly thin and lightweight. It is lighter than a Glock 19. And it holds 2 more rounds than a Glock 19, which is pretty awesome. I can get a better grip on here than I can on a 19, but the best part is it's not as wide as a Glock 19, so that makes it a lot easier to carry, which is awesome. Pro number two, it holds 17 rounds in this thin little gun. Now, there's a little caveat to that. You can't just put 17 rounds in there and then try to rack the slide pack. If you do that, you're gonna have some issues because that 17th round is so tight in there. What is recommended, I guess, by SIG is you put 16 rounds in there, you rack one, YouTube, there's nothing here, okay? You rack one into the chamber, and then you add a round to your magazine to make it 16, and then you insert the 16 rounds, making it a 17 round gun. Another way you can do it is you can have your slide open, and then you can have your 17 rounds, stick your 17 rounds in there, and then slam it closed. That is another way you can load this gun. That is what's recommended. Number 3 is it comes optics ready. If you can't tell, I actually have the HoloSun EPS carry on there. I absolutely love this optic. I have the EPS on my current carry gun, my Glock 45, and I absolutely love that gun. This one is the green dot. I get asked all the time, what's the difference between the green and the red dot? If you have normal eyes, there really is not much of a difference. People say you can pick up the green dot a lot better outside. I actually prefer the red dot over the green dot, to be honest with you. It's probably just because I'm so used to that optic and I just pick it up a lot better just because my eyes are used to picking up a red dot. It does, because of the ports on the top, the comp version, it has a very soft recoil impulse. Okay, yes, this is a hybrid between a subcompact and a compact, but it shoots more like a compact than it does a subcompact. Anybody who's had a subcompact knows it feels, when it recoils, it has that snappy recoil to it, and it recoils pretty hard in your hand. Like, you can feel it in your hand. You know it's a subcompact because it recoils so hard. This gun does not do that. This gun recoils so soft because of the integrated comp in the slide. Because of the comp, it shoots really fast. I do the drill where I hit 6 in a small 3-inch circle, and I just go bam, 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 bam as fast as I can. I can shoot this gun super quick in that respect. I do like that about this gun. Six, it is very concealable. Okay, the 2 holsters I've been using, one of them is from a patron member. I'm very thankful. He bought this for me for the channel. His name is Matt D. Very thankful. Thank you, Matt, for sending me this Tier 1 concealed Axis Elite. This is in the Buffalo Plaid. Any money that I get through Patreon, guys, goes basically into ammo. So I'm very thankful for him. Thank you, Matt. All right, the second holster that I've been running this in that is incredibly concealable is, I have done a video on this, is the Filster Enigma. Now, what I've been using inside as the holster for the Filster Enigma is actually the T-Rex Arms Sidecar 2.0. And the reason I did is, I'll do some B-roll again, I'm able to run a tourniquet attachment with the holster. And that is why I like T-Rex Arms so much, is because they are integrating things other than just a mag caddy. But this right here is incredibly comfortable. I went to the zoo today. We were at the zoo for like 3 hours. I wore this the entire time at the zoo, and I was incredibly comfortable the entire time. Okay, I cannot complain. My back did not complain to me whatsoever walking around with this thing right here. Number 7, good ergonomics. This gun is incredibly ergonomic in my hand. Okay, it is definitely different than my Glocks. Not as boxy, fits into your hand really well. It's really good for big hands. Okay, if you have really big hands, I have extra large glove hands. Okay, I can fit my hand on there no problem with the large back strap, and my thumb goes right up to the mag release. No issues whatsoever. Number 8. They really moved that slide stop slide release. They moved it forward, and the reason they moved it forward is so your hand doesn't hit it when you're on the pistol. It is actually in front of my thumb right now when I am firing. I have been able to get this slide to lock back every single time. Moving on, we are going to be doing the cons now. Now, these are my cons. These are not cons that everybody's going to agree with, and that's okay. First of all, my cons coming from a Glock is the grip angle. I do not like the grip angle because it is just a little bit different than a Glock. Now, this gun is very close. Actually, they put a little bit of a hump on there. Okay, it is actually very close to a Glock grip angle, and I am super excited about that. Now, when I present, okay, my dot is actually underneath the irons, like slightly underneath the irons. If I pull the nose up a little bit, I can see the dot again. Okay, it is right there. Like, it is so close. And if you're a Glock guy, don't run away from this gun. Okay, don't run away from this gun. You just have to present the gun differently. So when you present, you drop the nose and then the dot is right there. So every time I present this gun, every time I push out with this gun, I always keep the nose up, and then I press out. The dot will always fall into the window. Okay, if I just press out now, okay, the dot is going to be below the irons. But if I do it the way I should be doing and I drop the dot into the window, okay, then it'll be there every single time. I promise. Okay, if you train that way, it will be there. Second thing that is a con to me is the slide. Because of the comp is in the slide, this slide gets really hot or really quick. Okay, I noticed that. I'm somebody that likes to put my thumb up on the slide when I shoot. I cannot do that past 1 or 2 mags on this gun because this slide gets super, super hot when you're firing. When you're at 150 rounds in a row with this gun, it is blistering hot. Like the last 2 or 3 mags, like I can't even touch the slide at all. Like I have to be underneath on the frame, which is not where I like to be. I like to have my thumb up high. Number 3, grip texture. If you like the grippy texture, okay, this gun's gonna be great for you. I do not like the grip. I do not like the Smith & Wesson grip texture or the Sig grip texture. I don't like it. My hands don't like it, first of all, but second of all, I hate that it rubs on my belly because I've worn this without the Talon grips here. I've worn this and it rubbed my stomach raw. Fourth thing is that I'm having issues with this gun. It's not consistent out to distance. Can I hit the A zone out to distance? Yes. Okay, it's kind of sporadic. It's kind of all over the A zone. Okay, it's not in one tight group, which is what personally what I like to be, is in one tight group in the A zone. Like my Glock 45, bam, man, I can hit the tight group with that sucker out there to distance, 25, 30, 35 yards. Now keep in mind, I'm also a teacher. I'm in a school with really long hallways. Okay, I gotta be able to make that shot. And if I have a gun that I can't make that shot, okay, that's not a gun I want to carry in those instances. Okay, so when I go to school, I usually bring my Glock 45 with me in the truck because that is the gun I am most confident with in all aspects of self-defense shooting. And my golden con that I have with this gun is I freaking hate this trigger. This trigger sounds terrible. I understand why it sounds terrible. It sounds terrible because they had to put this trigger into a little trigger control group so they can switch it from gun to gun to gun, right? Okay, that's what makes it so universal. But it sounds terrible. Like, it's not a click, it's like a thud. It's like a thud. It sounds like not airsoft, it sounds like a Nerf gun almost. It sounds terrible. I don't like that at all. That's terrible. Okay. Second thing I don't like about the trigger is it's like the opposite of a Glock. Okay. You get that little bit of take up there. Okay. You get to the wall really fast, which is nice. Okay. But when you hit the wall, there's a little bit of creep after the wall. And then it breaks. Okay. I don't like that. Okay, you get to the wall, no problem. That's take up. It's really nothing. Okay, you can get to the wall, no problem. But after the wall, it creeps a little bit, and then it breaks. Okay, now with a Glock, it doesn't do that. You get the take up first, and then you hit the wall, and then after the wall, boom, it just goes. Like, it's very predictable with Glock, and I like that trigger. I like Glock triggers. Okay. I do like that as a flat face trigger. That is a great touch on a gun. I just don't like the trigger. I think that's why I struggle so much out to distance, is that little bit of creep after the wall. Okay, I'm just not a fan of that. I don't know. Sound down in the comments, guys. Are you a fan of that? I'm not. I can't do it. Now, am I going to sell this gun because of that? No. I love this gun. Okay, this gun's awesome in every way, shape, and form. I just have to keep that in mind when I'm shooting. It's just a little bit different than a Glock trigger. I'm going to keep this gun. I freaking love this gun. It conceals well, and it's lightweight, and I can't complain whatsoever. But that's kind of my big golden con there, is the terrible trigger. Sound off in the comments, guys. Do you like this gun? I absolutely love this gun. I have no problem with this gun. I will be keeping this gun. I'll be carrying this gun in a multitude of different ways. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys got something out of this video. I hope it helped you make your decision if you're thinking about getting this gun, or if you got this gun, it reiterated some of the reasons why you bought this gun. It is a fantastic option, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Remember to train hard, get strong, be a protector. If no one said they love you today, I love you guys. God bless you all.